Electric scooters are efficient, portable, and just a ton of fun to ride, but none of that matters if you get hurt because of something you could have prevented and you don't arrive at your destination safely. That's why we made this video about 7 quick tips that you should do before your first ride and really before every ride to make sure you get where you're going safely. And this isn't just for new riders. Ramir and I have been testing electric scooters, hundreds of them, for the last 4 or 5 years, and we ride every day. And trust us, we both know crashing sucks.
Let's get into it. Before we even get to the scooter, gear is important. Helmet for sure every single time, and gloves are recommended as well.
Yeah, because for me, my hands are the one thing that's guaranteed to hit the ground every time I crash, and so I just don't like riding at all without gloves.
Yeah, you guys should check out the Paul's gloves that we have in there.
Another quick check you've got to do every time is check your tire pressure and your tread wear. This is going to give you the best range, the best performance, and help prevent flat tires. We use a quick little pump like this. It fits pretty much every scooter, checks your pressure, and inflates it really fast. We'll put a link to this one down in the description.
Hopefully you do this next step before you even ride, but check your charge level. Hopefully you did this last night, and close the port after you finish charging.
Yeah, because scooters have typical charge times anywhere from like 3 hours to 10 hours. And so, check the night before and you'll always have enough juice.
And shout out to Paul. He just taught me how long it would take to charge a battery. He taught me the formula. We'll put it on screen.
Something else you want to do is, check the nuts and bolts. Of course, you're not going to get out the wrenches and check this at every ride, but give the stem a wiggle, pull on some of the critical parts like your brake calipers and your wheels, just kind of make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And then maybe once a week or at least once a month, go around with a wrench and snug things up. If you find that you've got some bolts that are getting loose every time that you check, like once a month they're loose, put a little Loctite on them and then you won't have to worry about them so much.
Get it right, get it tight. No, I'm just joking. Next step, you want to check your brakes at low speed. Even before you get on there, you want to bust down and get into the P settings.
And this is one, experts get this one wrong probably the most, because I'll just jump on a scooter and blast off, and I'll realize I haven't checked the brake cables, and you grab it and you get nothing, right? And then the brake lever pulls all the way back to the grip, and you're like, oh, it's not slowing down. So yeah, you just get on there, adjust the cables. The trick here is you want it to feel good. You want the lever to not pull all the way back to the grip. Then when you're done tightening, if you want to check to make sure it's not too tight, lift the wheel off the ground, give it a spin, make sure it keeps spinning. It's okay if you hear a little bit of drag here and there, but it should spin at least 2 revolutions before coming to a stop. And then you can check out your safety features. Make sure your tail light's working, your brake light, your turn signals, and all of that. And then the very first time you ride your scooter, it's not a bad idea to get into the P settings and make sure that you've got it all set up the right way. You're gonna see miles instead of kilometers, and you're gonna get the kind of brake response you want, because sometimes you can dial up or dial down the intensity of regen brakes really quickly in the settings.
Do you count turning on and off zero start as a safety measure?
I do, absolutely, because that's one of the most important ones, especially for new riders. If you're not used to it, keep it on kick to start for a little while to get used to it. Oh, and critical, cruise control can really catch you off guard. One of the places it catches me out is at the top of the hill climb test. I'm sitting here pinned, and I get there, and I let off and expecting it to start slowing down as I grab the brakes, and just motoring right through the stop sign. So definitely make sure cruise control is off. That's critical.
I hate that one.
Yeah.
It's the worst when you find out the scooter has cruise control while you're on the scooter.
At 40 miles an hour. I think fast
Exactly.
scooters shouldn't even have it, but they do.
Last but not least, if you love your scooter, you want to keep your scooter, so lock it up.
Yeah, in fact, there's only a few places you can really lock a scooter, right? And one of the best is right around the neck down here. You can use a big U-lock, and there are different sort of flat folding locks. But the important thing to know with all those locks, 100% of them can be defeated. The best ones we've seen are some U-locks that are rated to resist an angle grinder for up to 15 or 20 minutes. And they're very expensive, but if you've got a very expensive scooter, it's worthwhile to get a very expensive lock. And then something you can do if you get a lightweight scooter, one of my favorite things, like if you get an Unagi or something like a U-Scooters booster, you just bring it with you. And that's an advantage of the lightweight scooters, is they just come with you everywhere you go and you don't have to worry about it.
Right. We'll put a link to those locks as well. Okay,
so some big news, guys. Today is, as we're filming this, is my last day at Electric Scooter Guide. Hate to break it to you guys, it's been an amazing 4 years, more than 4 years. I've just had the time of my life here with Ramir, with Chuck, with just everybody, and I'm really sad to go. But there's another opportunity I'm pursuing, and you'll see me around a little bit. It's in the scooter industry. I'll come back for a cameo here and there with Ramir. I'll be around, but I'm gonna hand it off to the big dog here. And I know It's actually gonna make a lot of you guys really happy because one of the biggest complaints I get, I'm 165 pounds, I'm 5'10", and I think a lot of our riders are actually closer to Ramir's size than they are my size. And so we're gonna shift up our testing a little bit, and you guys are gonna get the big dog numbers now. So I think people are gonna be pretty stoked to get the big dog range numbers and the big dog top speed numbers all the time.
All the time. Yeah, Paul, like Paul said, man, we're gonna miss Paul. I am. Paul's been a close friend of mine for the last 4 years. I've been at ESG for 5 years, and it's been great. A lot of changes throughout the years, but one thing has been the same, and that's the audience. So you guys been coming back every single time, watching our videos, recommending our videos, sharing them with friends and family, using our links. So thank you for that. And like Paul said, you know, I've been able to learn from Paul throughout these years about how he does his testing, his brake tests, his heel tests, like every single thing he's been doing, I've been there as well. So it's good to take over that part of it and really, you know, be able to present that in every single video. We'll also figure out for the smaller guys about what their test numbers will be, so don't concern yourself about that. And yeah, Paul.
And you know, really best of all, I think, is that ESG is going to stay ESG. A lot of you guys don't know, Ramir is employee #1 at ESG. He is ESG's heart and soul. You guys love him, I love him, and you know, he knows what ESG is all about, maybe better than anybody. Everything you love about ESG is going to keep going. Yeah, they're going to try some new things, but I think they're going to be great things.
Yeah, looking forward to 2025. Here we come. I guess that's it, man. Yeah, this is honestly, it's a good video, top 7 tips before you can get your scooter, but it's also a somber note for me because I'm losing one of my good friends. But like he said, he's gonna be around, make some guest appearances, some cameos. That's gonna make me happy whenever time I get to film with Paul again. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it's not goodbye, it's see you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're out. You should sign off one last time, Paul. Let me leave.
This is Paul from Electric Scooter Guide for the very last time. Don't ride like me, but do always remember to wear a helmet.